Hello and welcome back to another episode of Teaching Partner. Good teachers have always been masters of a simple brain hack. When a student uses their fingers to count, writes down a homework reminder, or draws a mind map to organize ideas, they are doing something brilliant. They are making their thinking visible and permanent. In educational neuroscience, we call this cognitive offloading. It's a brain-smart way of saving its limited working memory, the space we use for holding ideas right now by using the world around us. Think of your working memory like a RAM in a computer. It's powerful, but it fills up fast. When we offload, we move files to an external hard drive, a piece of paper, a digital calendar, or a diagram. This frees us space to focus, problem solve, and create. Now enter artificial intelligence, the most advanced external hard drive we have ever had. For teachers, the advantages are incredible. AI can instantly offload the task of creating a spelling list, drafting a parent newsletter, or suggesting few ways to explain fractions. This gives you back mental energy, your precious cognitive resources. But educational neuroscience gives us a crucial warning. Learning physically changes the brain. When you struggle to recall information, connect concepts, or generate an original idea, you are strengthening neural connections. This is called synaptic plasticity. It's the workout that makes your brain stronger and smarter. This is the potential cost of overusing AI, cognitive debt. Cognitive debt happens when we let AI do too much of your thinking. If a student always gets an AI to generate their essay arguments, the neural pathways for building those arguments themselves don't get built. If a teacher relies on AI for every lesson idea, their own creative instructional networks can grow weaker. We risk trading short-term ease for long-term mental fitness. So, how do we harness the power of AI without falling into debt? The answer is to use it as a collaborator, not a replacement. First, for teachers, model the balance. Start your lesson planning with your own brain first. Jot down your goals and ideas, then ask AI to help expand or structure them. This keeps your expertise sharp. Teach students about the brain science. Explain why you are having them write a first draft by hand before using a grammar checker. Second, for students, practice the think then tack rule. Before asking AI for help, make yourself attempt the problem. Try to write the opening paragraph, solve the first two equations, or brainstorm 3 questions. Use AI to build on your effort, not replace it. This ensures your brain gets the workout it needs. Finally, for everyone, use AI for the heavy lifting of tasks that don't build core understanding, like formatting, finding quick facts, or checking for clarity. But fiercely protect the mental work that does build understanding. The struggle to form an opinion, the joy of making a new connection, the creativity of a novel idea. The goal is a partnership. Let's AI handle the cognitive clutter so you can devote your strength in. Think of it as a team. Let the AI handle the routine stuff, the long list of tasks that filled up your mental space. The goal is to work with AI, not just for it. Let it be your assistant for the busy work, so you can be a full-time expert for your students. Use it to guard your time and attention for the most important job, helping each young mind learn and grow. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this video is very useful for you. So thank you very much. If you have any question, query, or you need any support for making a decision, don't hesitate to write an email to theteachingpartner@gmail.com. Thank you very much and see you in the next video. Goodbye.